please. Please, just come on with this. Yes! 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 Ah! You've no idea how long it has taken to get that rule abolished. It's been a long time of globe-trotting, going from city to city, just trying to get it random abolished from Dalet. Okay. So, what is up, everyone? Welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VIII. Last time we dipped our toes into the optional content deluge that's coming, but now we're gonna really get into it. With random now finally abolished, I'm gonna continue on the Queen of Cards side quest here. So first of all, she wants my sacred card, which gladly she can have it. Giving her sacred is gonna lead to me getting Irvine. She also wants Alexander, which I won from the guy at the crash site last time. Giving her Alexander will get Doom Train created. That's what I really want, because I want to win Doom Train to get the Phoenix card as a part of this side quest. So Alexander leads to Doom Train leads to Phoenix. All three of those cards are going to have different uses. Well, actually, I just need one to get a different card, so two of them are going to have direct uses. Irvine gets me rocket engines, which let me finish maxing my triples out, get 300 triples. Phoenix gives me 300 full lives, which is the best health junction magic, next to Ultima. So the reason I wanted random abolished so badly is so I can actually choose which cards to lose to her. Like back in Balaam, I want to lose, just jobber cards plus sacred. I want to give up to her. I wish I could just give her the cards. I would surrender them voluntarily. Great, lost 9-1. She could take everything. I don't care. I'm never going to use bite bugs. I'm never going to use blobras. I don't need sacred anymore. This is great, yeah. Her artist father is gonna create some new cards, and she's heading to Galbadia, so I can't lose the other cards that I need to lose to her. That's fine. That's fine for now. I'll find her later and lose more cards to her. So, she said she's moving to Deling, so I'm gonna fast forward there to lose Alexander to her. There's gonna be a lot of fast forwarding in this episode, by the way. It's gonna be a globe-trotting affair. Okay, so she's moved on over to the hotel in Deling City, and I'm just about to lose Alexander to her. That's great, she wants Alexander for the quest. And where are you moving to next? That's all I really need to know. She's moving towards Centra, which I believe actually means she's moving to Windhill. So that's gonna be our destination a little bit. Again, we'll fast forward on to our next destination though. And that is actually gonna be Fisherman's Horizon that we're heading to. Okay, so we're over Fisherman's Horizon to make a quick pit stop before we move on to Centra. The reason that we have to make a pit stop here... right, Martine! He got banished from the garden. We almost forgot about him. We completely forgot about him, actually. Okay, the reason we're making a pit stop over here in Fisherman's Horizon is, one, because the mayor's wife is actually who has the Irvine card now. Now that, the father of the Queen of Cards created the Irvine card from our sacred card we lost to her back in Dalet. So we're gonna win Irvine from the mayor's wife, and that's gonna be fine. And then the other reason that we're here is because when you pick the Ragnarok up, Balaam Garden stays parked at Fisherman's Horizon. So there's some stuff to do inside Balaam, and we can kill two birds with one stone this way. Oh, Same is spread through the region. Great. We all know how much I love Same. I was hoping to maybe abolish something, but yeah. None of it's gonna be too bad, really. So I'll play my normal broken hand. By the way, off screen, I got Adia's card from Adia. Just to prove to myself that Adia is nowhere near as hard to beat as Elan is with the Lunar rules. And she wasn't. She went down pretty easily. I should probably put in like a picture-in-picture kind of thing of that card battle. That epic duel of the collectible cards. God, this is why I don't like closed rules. I can't tell if she actually is gonna play... I am blind as a bat. She already played Irvine. Man, maybe this is why I tend to lose a triple triad a lot. Okay. We are good to go here. I kind of thought that Ultima draw point might have respawned. I don't think the Ultima draw point here does. I know the one in Shumi Village respawns, and if you want to max your Ultimas out without having to really do any real work, that's one way to do it. I prefer to just draw them from Ultima Weapon, which I'll do later on. Now though, we have a little bit of a trek back to Balaam Garden, which is no big deal. I can't remember if we actually run into anyone new along the way, or if it's just the same trek back, but it's not a terribly long one, so I'll probably just leave this in. It'll be a nice breather after all the other, stints of fast-forwarding I may have to do throughout this episode. Yeah, so the reason that we're heading back to Balaam is it actually has to do with a related side quest. Not quite the Queen of Cards side quest, but one that relates to it. It's to finish up the CC quest. Which, if you remember, I defeated all of the regular members of the club, except for the king. We haven't met the king yet. We actually don't even know who the Card King is. So we'll go back and do that. Before we finish the CC quest, though, there's a cool little thing I want to show you. And a couple of you have been asking if I'm going to get around to it at all. And is it locked? Oh, this is the emergency exit. Yeah, I am. It's something that's kind of neat. It's a little Easter eggy kind of deal. So if you come back into the second floor classroom and you head around to where Squall normally sits, which I believe is here in the back of the class, you can access his computer and you can go online and you can find something online. Let's see, about the garden, a message from garden. I'm not really, maybe it's the school festival committee, because Selfie's a part of it. Ooh, thought it froze for a second. Yeah, this is Selfie's website. And she talks about all her friends on here. She's talking about Squall, you can look at previous entries. Yeah, it's like a little guest book. Noah's on here, everyone's on here. And something really cool about Selfie's website is the way you behave and the choices you make as Squall actually affect what she says about you on her website. Like, she can kind of call you warm and open, or scary and cold and distant and kind of dangerous. And she also has these pages that talk about Laguna. And there's something that impacts what you see about Laguna. You know how we've been collecting those Timber Maniacs magazines throughout the game, and they didn't really seem to have a purpose, except not collecting the one in Shumi Village affects the Ruby Dragon sequence in the dream? Well, collecting those Timber Maniacs pages actually adds stories for the Sir Laguna page on Selfie's website. Yeah, and she just takes pictures. They're just pictures from excerpts from the articles strewn throughout. It's actually a ton of information. And they're all articles that Laguna apparently wrote throughout his travels. Because that was his initial goal, right? He wanted to be a world-traveling journalist. And then, let's see, I made a friend. Talks about Squall. We can look at the previous entries. Learn some stuff about Irvine here. Zell. I love hot dogs. That's his big thing. Zell's hot dog fetish. It's some kind of like flavored bread in Japanese. They just translated it to hot dog for some reason. Sonic chili dogs. Welcome back, Renoa. Yeah, here's Selfie's diary. Disappear with Renoa. Don't be angry at Squall. He's done so much already. Oh, this is... oh, man. This is a lot more than I bargained for, actually. I just kind of wanted to skim it, but it's scrolling through everything so far. She logs, like, your entire journey up until this point. Fujin and Raijin, the concert from, oh, wow, way back. We're digging back in time. Okay, I feel like I am done with social media in this video game right now. Let's, let's get out of here before I get sucked into FF8 Facebook any deeper. That's a deep rabbit hole. Especially for an Easter egg. It's cool that it's there, but man. Anyway, we have one more thing to do while we're back in Balaam Garden for what might be the last time. We have to go downstairs and we have to head around to the dormitory. Because the way you actually get to duel the Card King, the CC Club King, is you have to go and take a nap in the dormitory. And that might be one of the final things we do here in Balaam Garden. And Zell's just hanging around in his Seed uniform. We haven't seen him in that since the Dalet mission in Disc 1 at the beginning of the game. Nice to know we're still being paid. Yeah, so we'll just save things. I would hate to have to go through all that shit in Dalet again. Abolishing rules. Yeah, and then we'll tell everyone to fuck off and I'll take a nap, and maybe when we wake up, we will be challenged. You defeated the 4 suits, proving myself worthy. It's Quistis. Quistis is the leader of the CC Club, the Cardmaster King. I don't know why she feels the need to be all official in her uniform just for the Card Club. Oh, god damn it. You know what? Whatever. I'll use the Fisherman's Horizon rules. None of that matters too much. So once we beat her, we beat the Card Club quest. She has a never-ending supply of Gilgamesh cards, which is the one at the top left. Even though we haven't seen Gilgamesh yet. Shockingly weak card. Not like one of the normal character or Guardian Force cards that you would expect. No A ratings on it. So it's gonna be pretty easy to deal with. Especially with my stacked deck. Wow. I left Laguna exposed, actually. Huh. I don't know why you didn't try to flip it. Gotta remember, I'm fighting Quistis. Gilgamesh refines into, I believe, heroes, which make you invincible. We could challenge each other as equals from now. Sudden death spread through the region. It's not a terrible rule. So whenever we're on the bridge here, we can challenge Quistis again, but ultimately it doesn't matter. Never gonna need to again. So now the CC Club members will show up on the Ragnarok in Disc 4, now that we've done that. I was wrong about heading back here. And I was wrong about heading to Timber to get my Doom Train card. I found out that I'm gonna have to do the entire Card Queen quest in order to get the card that I'm after. So doing all of the Card Queen quest means also doing all of the Chocobo Forest side quests. And the Chocobo Forests are these round little forests that you find in fixed locations around the world map. Whenever you enter them, you see Chocoboy down here, and from him you can get a whistle. And the whistle allows you to detect and capture little baby chocobos, and then eventually you'll find its mother. The whistle's free, but you have to pay for him to explain how to use it, and I am gonna need that explanation because I can't remember how this side quest works because it's terrible and I never do it. Except apparently now, since I'm gonna need it for the Card Queen side quest, because you get a card that she wants at the end of this. So, let's see. You use the sonar function on the whistle to detect them. Whenever you hear 3 beeps, you can call them to catch. You can call them out of the trees to catch them. And then when there's one Chocobo all alone, its mother will show up. But it has to be by itself. If there's any of the other Chocobos around, it's not gonna work, which makes this kind of a pain in the ass to do. Okay, yeah, it's 3 beeps when they're around, when you're using the sonar, and it's 1 beep when there's nothing. You can also look at the bar in the bottom right to determine where they are. If this starts to suck too much, I will use a guide to cheat at this. I hate this side quest a whole bunch. It's not fun. It plays mostly like Hot and Cold, but there's that little twist to it where they have to be separated, so there's a little bit of busy work to do. Like this one, you have to find a location to send 2 more back up into the trees. Also, if you use the detect function on the whistle, if you use it in the wrong spot, a Chocobo will come down from the tree and steal your whistle and you have to buy a new one. You can just tell the kid to catch one for you, but it won't count towards the quest, so you have to do this manually. And yeah. So I believe the spot that I want to be in is right here. Yes. Okay, that gets me the single Chocobo. Or Chocobo. I think they're the tiny ones. I always just call them baby Chocobos. Okay, cool. Cool. Yeah, I guess I'll ride this one out of here now that I've found the first one. Victory theme, fanfare theme, for my first Chocobo catch. I believe there are 6 of these. This is known as the Beginner's Forest. They get fairly hard from here. Boko the Chocobo! Right, you use... Oh, and that theme song is awesome! Oh, he's gonna explain Chocobo World to you. Boko you can use in Chocobo World, which is a little minigame that comes with the Steam version. Is he actually gonna No, okay. Yeah. It's a little minigame. You can find items and fight monsters with Boko. Then you can also summon Boko into battle, and then if you import Boko into Chocobo World, the items that he finds you can actually carry over into your actual game save file, which is kind of cool. And once you capture a Chocobo, you can ride them around in the overworld. But I want to figure out where the other locations are for this quest. Let's see. One is right next to this one. And luckily you retain your whistle between the missions as long as it doesn't get stolen by a Chocobo. And he dismisses your friends. Okay, so one is just north of the shadow. 3 of them come down. And then you have to move just below the little line that the shadow creates. And yeah, the other 2 go back up. That separates this one. And we can go talk to the mother. And we'll ride him out of here too. Okay, cool. We're done with that one. And where to next? I think there's one somewhere around here. Unless is this the one that leads to the to Grandity Forest? Nope. Okay, so for our third forest, actually, I kind of think this one is a little bit easier if I remember right. No, I don't need an explanation, and I don't want you asking if I want an explanation every time. So this one starts off with 2 on the ground, but... Oh yeah, and if I call one down right here, it just adds an extra one. But I think the Chocobo that I want is actually back near the entrance. Yeah, all of them go up into the trees. They don't matter, you just come back near the entrance, and... Let me switch over to detection. It's somewhere around the entrance. There it is. Right here. And fortunately, these are fixed locations. They could be real dicks and randomize this, and that would not be fun. The hot and cold part is easy. It's separating them that can be a pain in the ass sometimes. Right, and I forgot to do this before, so I'm gonna wind up having to go back to the other forests. In order to properly complete a forest puzzle, you have to not only get the mother Chocobo, you have to also get her to detect a hidden item in the forest. In this case, it's gonna be a shell stone, a holy stone, and nothing else. So now that Chocobo will just stay here. You won't need to find anything else here. Yeah, that's your cue that you're done with the entire part of the side quest. So there are a couple of more forests we have to hit up. Which one do I want to head to? I think I can save the backtracking for later if I want. Which I might just do, yeah. I also found out you could do this! Which I had no idea about. You could just loop it. Which makes sense, the world map wraps. And then the next forest is right down here, south of Centra. Southeast. Actually, lucky I found it this quick. That one usually takes me a while. Yeah, Quistis and them can go away. Oh, this side quest is tedious. So the first couple of Chocobos are right here to the right of the tree. And then I think you have to come right in front of where the kid is. No. No. Yeah, there's another set of them down here. I think this calls in a third one. And it causes that one to move. So now right in front of the rock, I believe, is where you find the next one. And no, there's still a little bit more to do. And then just a few paces south of that one, or like right in the middle of all four, is the last one you need to call. The other ones go back up in the tree, and that leaves you with just the single Chocobo. Oh, okay. Yeah, that was weird. This is a tedious side quest, but the music is pretty kick-ass. It took me long enough to find this one. I forgot where the item in this was. Then you just call the big mother Chocobo. Chocobo! Over to... I'm getting flustered. Been recording for a few hours, and most of that has been totally unusable footage. So that's another forest complete. It's mostly just been, like, traveling the world and doing really tedious stuff to get ready for side quests. Oh. Don't need to go back in there. Okay, we have a couple more in pretty close proximity to that one. I believe there's one right up on the tip of Centra over here, on the rightmost tip. I have a piece of paper in front of me with a very, very poorly drawn map. I miss those days, back in the good old days when you would have to draw your own map for stuff. I didn't even have to do it. I could have just printed one out and marked where I need to go. It's fine. Oh, where are you? I know it's like right around the kid. Or I'm wrong. Hot and cold. Warmer? Warmer, maybe? Oh, I suck at this. This is so bad. Fuck this side quest. I know it's like right here. Wow. That's finicky. That has to be so dead on. Okay, little Chocobo. Yeah, so aside from actually finding the precise spot, this forest isn't too bad. Doesn't require that much legwork. Yeah, I'm gonna stay, and then you have to come over here and challenge this kid to triple triad, and then this dialogue pops up. You don't actually have to play him. You can just tell him to get lost and move along, because he's standing right over the item for the Mother Chocobo. So then we'll call her over right there. She'll go and dig it up, and that'll be yet another forest completed. And we can move one step closer to moving on from this stupid side quest that I really, really dislike. FF8's great and all, but I hate some of the side quests. Even the ones I like are kind of tedious, like well, if I say the name, it'll give everything away. Let's just say there's gonna be a whole lot of globe-trotting to do for it, just like this. Now the next one is just a little bit, a hop, skip, and a jump away over here. But exactly where? Let's see. Sometimes they're obscured by mountain ranges, so it's a little bit of a pain. Just gotta take a second and survey the sky. Survey your surroundings from the sky. Did I get all the ones on this continent? No, I thought there was a third. This one might actually take me a second to find. Unless... There it is! Out in the middle of oh, it's right by the orphanage! Chocoboy. Okay, this is one of the last ones, except I have to go back to the northern Trabia ones to finish them off, because I forgot about the last leg of the forest puzzles. Okay, we'll send this one. No. Wait a minute. There we go. Okay, so we'll bring that one down. And next one is like right here. Yeah, I was kind of lucky. Could have stolen my whistle and screwed me up, but I was in like the exact right position. And he just goes and bowls over all his friends, making this one a pretty simple forest. Yay, we're getting there. Slowly but surely. Chocobo side quest. And the only reward at the end is a card that the Queen of Cards wants. Which we're gonna lose to her immediately as soon as we get back to Centra. So it's not like we're doing this for a really great reward that we're gonna personally use. It's just a side quest that feeds into another side quest. Also, I'm having a hard time finding out where... There it is! God, it's not near the kid at all. At least you get to listen to a really great theme while you're doing this tedious side quest. One of them. Okay, I'm pretty sure I'm done in the south for now. Now I think I can finally start heading back up north. And I'm gonna have to remember which forest I actually missed. Yeah, about that. I guess I'll just go into all of them. Can't hurt right now. I think the first one's a freebie, the beginner forest. I could be wrong about that. I think there's no item for you to find in that one. There's definitely one to find here, though. And we have to redo it. Because if you don't do that last step of having the Mother Chocobo find an item in the forest, it resets everything. But it'll be easier this time, because I know the exact spots to go in. Yeah, and then just south of that, to the other side of the shadow. That sends 2 of them back up. And we're good. Oh right, but I have to get the Mother Chocobo to find the item right here. Conveniently. And the rewards aren't that good. Like, they sound good. Flare Stone, that sounds awesome, but it's just 1 stone, which only translates into 1 magic. If it was like, you got 20 Ultima Stones or something, that'd be sick. That would save you a lot of time drawing from Ultima Weapon in a little bit. I'll probably get some of the more boring side quests and grindy stuff out of the way. Some of the more, like, I'm only doing these side quests to prepare for the endgame type of things. Like, I'm doing all the Card Queen stuff just to get cards to card mod for endgame magic, really. I guess I'll save the really, really cool side quests for next episode, because this is going to run for quite a long time. There's a lot of side quests and optional content, and a little bit of material grinding that I'm going to have to do. That said, if you've never seen this before, it's novel enough, and it's not like I'm just going to show bullshit and pad the length of the playthrough out like that. Nah, it's all going to be relatively new stuff. It's just stuff that I happen to not love. Disc 3 is generally when you go about doing all your side quests and stuff, because you have the Ragnarok, and it opens so much more of the world up. Plus, it's all like endgame preparations at this point. Okay, so we got an Aura Stone. We're good to go with this forest, so I think that's all of them now. So all we have to do now is ride a Chocobo to the final forest, which isn't a puzzle forest. Getting there is a little bit... The path there is a little labyrinthine, but the forest itself isn't one of these puzzles. Starting to really lose my voice. Good, yeah, this one's still here, so we can ride it out of the forest and to the Chocobo Sanctuary, which is located in Grandity Forest. And we actually need to ride a Chocobo to get there, for reasons that'll become really apparent momentarily. So Chocobos function kind of like normal vehicles, except they have a couple of things they can do that nothing else can do. No car, not the Balaam Garden ship, not the Ragnarok even. So for starters, it can run across the shallow water. And the second thing is you can park it, or you can stop it and get off inside of a dense, thick forest. That's the reason you need the Chocobo, really, is because you can't land the Ragnarok here amidst the canopies of the trees. It'll stop you from landing. Same with the garden. So what I like to do is I follow that straight line to the rightmost wall, and then the Chocobo Sanctuary Forest is right here. So all of the Chocobos that we've seen so far are gathered right here, and since we've liberated them, and the Chocobo, we're gonna get a little ceremony. And if you've watched the Shovel Knight playthrough, it should look a little bit familiar. I don't know what it is about the RPG dance celebration trope, but it somehow became a thing. I don't know when it happened, but at some point it just did. And so many RPGs have this for some reason. Guess it's just because it's cute. And we're finally done with that shitty side quest. Great! Great, great, great. Yeah, the Chocobo's gonna give me something. He gave me the Chocobo card. Time to immediately lose that to the Queen of Cards, this cherished possession, and Geishel greens. And it took my money! Son of a bitch! Thanks for business. Yeah, we did kind of make this kid rich. I cut out a little bit of the early forests before I knew what I was doing. I lost a couple of whistles. Yeah. I don't know if we ever see him again. I really don't know. Let me just make sure that I got everything. Yeah, and I'll ride this Chocobo out of here. And we'll get back to the Ragnarok, where we can continue on our quest for world domination. But before I forget... Yeah. Alright, we're good to go. So since we have the Chocobo card, I believe we can now lose that to the Queen of Cards, and that leads to down the road getting the Chubby Chocobo. Which is a card I don't actually want or care for. But hey, gotta do the Queen of Cards side quest to get the stuff that I do want. So, necessary evil. Or, necessary is debatable. Yeah, and this is the theme that plays whenever you're on a Chocobo. It's awesome. But we'll move from that to the much better theme of Ride On, and let's see. Guess now we'll go and head to Win Hill in Centra and lose some more stuff to the Queen of Cards. Yeah, sure. And... might as well try to abolish. What?! It took me all that time to abolish it in Dalet, and the first thing that happens is it's abolished here? I feel kinda cheated. Well, random is definitely a thing you want abolished if you're trying to lose cards to her, but and there's not even a save point around. I feel like that's gonna happen and it's gonna immediately crash. I'll spend 2 more hours trying to get that. Damn it. It really is bittersweet. Okay, so now I have a couple more cards I want to lose to her. Yeah, I'll sacrifice some shitty cards. And what did she want? Chocobo. Yeah, just play whatever, anywhere. Just get this done. She gonna play the shittiest hand imaginable? Make it hard for me to lose to her? Nah. Really? Really? Why? Okay, well, at least I'm gonna lose. It was close, but she almost didn't do. Oh, and she's heading back to, Dalet, which is perfect. That's exactly where I want her to go, I think. And speaking of going places, we are going, finally, to Timber to get my Doom Train card. Guess what? I was super wrong. I have to do the entire thing in order, which means I have to go get the Chocobo card. But first, I want to come back here and make sure that she creates the card. And she also gave Alexander to her son, so the Doom Train card has been made. Awesome. Alright, when I said we were done in Balaam Garden last time, I was wrong. Because I didn't realize I would have to do the entire Queen of Cards quest in order. But after spending a lot of time in Timber's pub and having Doom Train not show up for 45 consecutive games, I've come to the conclusion that, yeah, I have to do this in order. So I'm gonna win the Chubby Chocobo, then I'm gonna head to Timber and finally get my Doom Train card, and then lose that and finally get my Phoenix card. And we'll be good. We'll be amazing then. Be in great shape. So much globe-trotting. Yeah, I'll play Selfie there. He can? No, he can't, actually. He couldn't, because of the elemental rules, he wouldn't have been able to flip Selfie from the bottom. So I'm perfectly safe no matter... Oh, no, wait. Yeah, that was a little reckless, but... the AI wasn't good enough to capitalize, so that's a win. He could have forced a draw. Okay, we got the Chubby Chocobo. We're good to go. Losing my energy. Hello. Yeah, I know Balaam's rules. Do I? Yeah. I will mix rules, and I will just play with whatever rules you want at this point. I just want you to give me Doom Train, which you're not playing yet. So I'll take everything from you until you just play Doom Train. That's all I want is the Doom Train card right now. Hell, you could save me the trouble, Mr. Timber Pub Guy. And you could just go give the Queen of Cards Doom Train instead if you want. That'd be, open rules spread. That's fine. I'm cool with open. That means I can be disappointed immediately when, hey, it's Doom Train. It's the same when he's not played. Yeah, I'm not gonna flip Doom Train, I don't think. Nope. But I am gonna win this, so no problem. Oh, why would I do that? I guess it didn't matter. You couldn't have flipped Laguna anyway. And dominating victory to pick up Choca Choca Choo Choo Doom Train's card, which I'm not going to be keeping for very long because we're heading right back to Dalet. Oh man, I really should have kept an extra bottle of water up here. I'm normally pretty good about that. Okay, your father the artist. If you can get your hands on a Doom Train card, I just happen to have one. How good of you to ask. Have a bite bug, have a red bat, have a fish, have a mesmerize, and have a Doom Train. Have all of them. You're the Queen of Cards. Why is your hand so shitty? You make losing to you kind of difficult. Like, I have to really plan out how to lose to her when she's playing cards like this. But I'll give her the dominating victory, apparently. The 8-2. Yeah, take Doom Train. It is a great card. It's Doom Train. You're heading towards Balaam? I don't care. I don't care at all. I am done talking to you. Never talking to the Queen of Cards again. I have everything I need set up. All the dominoes in place. Time to go knock them down. Oh, right. I was playing cards in town for a little bit. So where we're actually heading is back to Esthar, and it's a part of Esthar that we haven't really seen much yet, so I'm not going to fast forward through that. Oh, there it is. It's the Esthar Air Station. I'll autopilot the Ragnarok to it. Not too far away. Nothing really is far, relatively, for the Ragnarok. Covers ground pretty quickly. So you can just land at Esthar's Air Station. I think I have to inch a little closer, though. There we go. The sense of perspective here is out of control. Like, the Ragnarok looks entirely too big, like, in the background there. And the skies are now an orangish red since the Lunar Cry is happened, or is in the process of happening, and monsters have been flooding the Earth. Everyone's all doom and gloom. The elevators, the moving platforms aren't working, millions of monsters falling from the sky. Woe is me. So, this is why I wanted to learn the layout of the city myself, so I could get around better. Right side, left side. Still got guys jogging around inside the pneumatic tubes, so, gotta get your exercise on. Maybe he's running to an emergency, actually. Maybe he's some kind of first responder. So, we're back in Esthar to do some mat grinding. First, though, I'm gonna get myself 300 auras. To do that, I have to visit the pet shop here, because they sell an item called a power wrist. It'll take 30 power wrists to refine into enough aura stones to get me 300 auras. But you can see they cost a lot. They cost 20,000 a piece. And I don't have enough money to buy 30 power wrists yet. So I get to show off a really cool trick. This is the way you get infinite amounts of money in this game, infinite gil. So to do this, you need to take tents or cottages, which you can buy from any of the shops, really. Tents and cottages work for this. Where are they? Tents down here. Tents are 1,000 apiece. Cottages are 1,800. So you get 100 of them, or as many as you can afford. It takes 100,000 to max out on tents. And then, I always do that. I always close it by accident. The whole menu. So you get yourself your 100 tents. And is it support magic or is it? It's med level up. Yeah, levels up medicine. So you take your 100 tents and you go to medicine level up, or is it? No, never mind. I'm an idiot. It's a recovery medicine refine. And you refine your 100 tents into 25 mega potions. Mega potions sell for more than what the tents cost, so you actually net a profit when you sell the mega potions back. 100 tents cost 100,000 gil, but 25 mega potions sell for 125,000. If I can find them. There we go. So you just rinse and repeat doing this, and you have as much gil as you will ever need. You can do it over and over. So I'm going to do that right now, so I can get my power wrists. Okay, I have plenty of money now. 625,000 gil. I only need 600,000, so I have enough to buy 30 power wrists, which I can then refine and refine and refine into 300 auras, 100 for each of my main party members. Is there anything else I want before I leave? I think I'm going to take a look at the shop and just stock up on a couple of tents just for myself. Cottages and tents. Phoenix Downs, am I good to go on those? Yeah, I could use some more. Money at this point is there. I have no more use for money after I bought all those power wrists, so restoratives, the way to go. Okay, got that taken care of. Next, there is one more cool little trick I want to show off here in Esthar, and it's specific to Esthar after the Lunar Cry has been triggered. You can't do this before you get back from your journey in space. I'm gonna kill 3 birds and 1 stone coming up. I'm gonna get 300 holies, I'm gonna get 300 pains, and I'm gonna get the 12 pulse ammos that I need for Squall's ultimate weapon, the Lionheart. I'm gonna do that all from 1 enemy type coming up. Holy and Pain are good junction material, good junction spells, and you need 12 pulse ammos for the Lionheart. So you can, before I do that actually, let me check how many Elnoyles. I have 3 Elnoyles, so I need 17 more. So as for the pulse ammo, you can refine an energy crystal into 10 pulse ammos. So you need 2 energy crystals to make your requisite 12 pulse ammo. You can card mod 10 Elnoyles, the gray Elverett enemies looking, Elverett looking enemies here, into 1 crystal. So you need a total of 20 cards to get 2 energy crystals or 12 pulse ammo. You can also mug the Elnoyle for a moonstone to refine into holies, and you can also draw pain from it. And then you can card it for your Elnoyle card, of which you need 20, or in my case, I need 17 more. And there's this respawning fixed Elnoyle fight right here in Esthar after the Lunar Cry. So I'm gonna go ahead and show off defeating this thing and carding it. And you don't have to worry about going all out with Squall, just don't Renzo him or anything. You don't have to be afraid of attacking him and critting him. He has a pretty decent amount of health. He can survive a couple of really high hits. Ah, God, stop missing. I don't want this to take forever. Even though I have to do this quite a few more times. And you're really not at any point in any danger of actually dying. He'll hit kind of soft for the amount of HP that I have. His Storm Breath is barely scratching me. And I can draw pain. Which I'm gonna want. And the card's successful. Great. So I got my Moonstone, I got my card, and I got a couple of pains. And I'll max all that stuff out while I'm grinding these Elnoyles. Now, what makes this a really cool little trick here is that, let me go ahead and skip that. Oh, right, Mug was not successful, so I got Wizard Stones. Right, I'm gonna have to pay a little bit closer attention to that. So God, why I come in here for? I know I had a reason for coming into the menu, but okay, I don't need to do any health restoration. So the Elnoyle that I just fought is always right here. All you have to do is go off screen like this and come right back, and he will, the guy who turns into the Elnoyle will respawn, and you can do that over and over for as many as you like. You can also get Ultima, the magic this way, but it's a pain in the ass to do that. And that is the final Elnoyle that I need. Oh, he dropped 2 Moonstones. Shit. I didn't even have to do some of that mugging that I did. Okay, so ability, card mod. That should be 20 Elnoyles. I hope I don't have to do. Yep, exactly 20. 2 energy crystals, and then we use ammo refine on them to get 20 pulse ammos, of which I only need 12. And then I'll have 8 more left over for Irvine for his limit break. Cool, and now I can go into ability, call shop. Oh no, junk shop's a different ability. And we finally have Squall's ultimate weapon, the Lionheart. His strength is maxed out. And, more importantly, you get access to the rare Lionheart limit break, which triggers about, I believe it's 25% of the time. The other times you'll just get a different limit break. Of which we can see all of them now. Faded Circle, Rough Divide, and what's the other one I'm missing? I can't remember. Okay, that's done. So we have our 300 auras, 300 holies, Lionheart. I'm still working on getting Irvine his ultimate weapon. Zell's got his. Still a little bit left to do in Esthar before we leave to do a few more interesting side questy type things. I wonder if that green beam heals you. Actually, I think this is a faster route to where I'm going. I hope it should be. Yeah, it is. No, this way. Yeah. I've been recording so long that I'm starting to have those brain farts. And then northeast would be the presidential palace. After this, I'm definitely going downstairs to get myself a whole jug of water before I go any further with recording this today. So the Phoenix card resides in the hands of one of the presidential aides inside the palace. So once we get the Phoenix card, we can card mod that and life magic refine that into 300 full life magics. And then we can get on with some of the more interesting side quests. So I believe... is that him, actually? No, that's the secretary. Okay, I know I have permission. So right this way. Here we go. No, I don't want to mix rules, though. I don't want to bring Dalet's rules in. So I'm just gonna keep declining to mix rules until he stops asking. No, I don't want to. Please, just... no means no! No means no. There we go. Okay. Cypher, Dia, Irvine, Selfie, Laguna. And we're not playing open. So I don't know if he's actually gonna play Phoenix. Usually when they have a high-level card like that, yeah, he does. It's one of the first things they do is they throw it out. I don't know what else he can have, but it's not really gonna be any skin off my nose. Okay, yeah, it's nothing. I think the name of that enemy is Trauma, who's actually a mini-boss that we're not gonna encounter for a while. Yeah. Oh, you have an Elveret. Kinda want that. Or I would have wanted it about half hour ago. Yay! A winner is you. Okay, we'll take your Phoenix. Excellent. So we're starting to really stock up on some high-level endgame magic here. And the last little bit of endgame magic stocking that I'm gonna do, I'm about to take a trip over to the snowy fields of Trabia, back where I got the dragon skins and the fangs for Zeld's ultimate weapon, the field by Trabia. I'm gonna fight Galas, the black and white manta ray looking enemies. I'm gonna use level up on them, and I'm going to chain draw a spell called Meltdown from them and max out on Meltdowns. And I'm gonna do that off screen and spare you that grinding. Next time though, since this is already running really long, next time we will do the Deep Sea Research Center side quest, which will end with a very special weapon battle, and we'll do another very special side quest, which will involve a lot of globe-trotting, and then we'll start heading into the endgame. We're about, I would say, 2 episodes out from the end of the game here. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take it easy. Have a good one.